So let's say your file is complete, you are done with the design, the colors, the shapes and everything. Now you go to file. First of all, as you need to save this file, save in your local drive. Of course, you can use Ctrl+S. You know what's the deal. You can easily save this, and then you can use export key here. The shortcut to which is Shift plus Control plus E. You click. It will give you an option in the side panel. The export tab will open where you will get single file, batch export, but currently it's a single file, so you can export the page or the document, right? So if I want to export the document, I can set the width and the height. I can set the DPI to set the resolution, and here if you go down, it will ask you the location where you can set the location in the local drive and the format of the file. You want it PNG or you want a SVG file, you can do this way. That is one way to do. Let me close this. I will show you the faster way by which you can directly export it. So I will go to file and I will use save as, and it will open the local window drive. So I have saved this file in the exercise data file, which you can download from the video description. In that exercise data, there is a symbol folders. Under that symbol folders, I have saved my file as custom CVG, but you won't get that file in the downloaded exercise data. You have to save it your own, right? And you can name it like custom SVG or something else. You choose your, but I haven't saved it as Inkscape SVG. I have clicked this rollout and I have saved it as Plain SVG. So I will recommend you do the same so that it is supportable in all the softwares. Okay, so let's save it. It's already saved with me, so I will just cancel it, and then let me go back to the QGIS and see how can we import it. Now we will come back to the QGIS file and I will show you how can we use the default SVG symbols here. I will show you how can we use that default SVG symbol which we just created. So I will experiment it in the land use layer, right? So I will go to the land use layer here. I will double click, open the layer properties, and in the symbology, select the simple fill layer, which is a kind of a symbol layer, which is under the main fill layer. So I will select the simple fill layer, and it will open the options of symbol layer type. From here, you can change it to SVG fill, right? And it will open all the textures as I've shown you in the beginning, right? Which is also known as SVG browser. So if you put it down, it will show you all the SVG options available by default in the QGIS, but we want a custom one. So I will go down and you will see here a 3 button, which is also an indication of a browser button. So I'll click it and it will take me to the local drive where I have saved. You will also, I reckon you also save all the files in the exercise data files which you are working on. So here in the symbol folders, this file you will find by default, but this file I have already saved. So you must have saved your own design file. So I'm using this one. So I'll click it and I will click open. Right now you will see here in the preview, the file which I have created previously is now reflecting, which was like this. Okay, it is showing here like this. Now I will directly apply and show you what happens. I will apply this, click OK, and you can see here this is giving very weird result, right? I'm not able to identify the boundaries and all those things, and it is just going randomly. Why? Because the size of the SVG is huge in compared to the size here. So as I'm zooming in, it is changing, but if I zoom out, it becomes bigger, right? So it is scaling automatically. How to deal with that? Again, I will go to land use, double click land use properties and select my SVG fill And here you will see certain options by which you can control these things. This is the important one, which says texture width, right? This is what is defining the size of that SVG fill or the texture. It is acting like a texture here. So let's see if I reduce it to half. I will make it 10 millimeters. You can definitely change the units here as well, but currently I will make it millimeters. If you remember, in the Inkspace also we use millimeters, so I will use the same. In Inkspace it was 200 millimeters by 200. That's why the size is huge here. So I will reduce it to 10 millimeters by 10 millimeters. We can also change the fill color, stroke color, but we will keep it as it is. We don't want to change anything here, and I will straight away apply. Click OK. Now you see the size is reduced, right? Let me try one more time. It's still not giving me the desired result, so I will go back again. I will select the SVG fill and I will change it to 2, let's say. Right, now this is more better. Okay, and click OK and see what happens here. Now somehow I am able to identify my boundaries and all those things, but this is totally covered with that SVG fill or the file only. In some cases we want a background also. Let's say a background solid color. Over that I can have this blue color texture, right? So let's say I want a black color, right? So I will double click this. It depends what kind of land use pattern you're using. You can use any color. I'm just giving you a demonstrating you, right? So for that, as I told you in previous videos as well, you need to add another layer. So you select the fill layer, click the add button, add symbol layer. You can add more symbol layers in that solid fill, right? So I'll click and it will give me a simple fill, right, which is a blue color, and I will apply it, right? But what happened? All my SVG symbols went down. You know, the ordering of the layer, remember? So I will click again, double click again, go back to the layer properties. This time I will select the SVG fill and use this arrow button, move up button on the side, click it, and it will bring my SVG fill on the top, and I will hit apply. Right, now it looks more profound. For me, I'm not doing any purpose here. I'm just telling you there are so many ways how can you, maybe for your project or some for your working, it can help you. You can definitely change the background color whenever you want. So this was a demonstration on how can we use a customized SVG file. We can create it in Inkspace or any other SVG editor like GIMP or Illustrator, because Inkspace and GIMP are the free open source software, so you can use them. Illustrator you have to buy, but it's okay, you can use them and get something like this, right?